Have you ever wondered what would happen if there was a hole in the ozone layer? This thought might seem like a premise for a dystopian novel, yet it's a question that has engaged scientists for decades. The ozone layer, a delicate shield of gas, safeguards the Earth from the harmful portion of the sun's ultraviolet rays. Without it, our planet would be a vastly different place. This invisible shield, located in the stratosphere, is an unsung hero. It's like the Earth's sunscreen, absorbing and scattering the sun's intense ultraviolet rays. Its importance cannot be overstated. It's crucial for life as we know it, protecting us from skin cancer, cataracts, and other health problems. The science behind the ozone layer is fascinating. It's a complex dance of chemical reactions, sunlight, and atmospheric conditions that work together to form this protective layer. But what would happen if this layer was compromised? To understand what could happen, we first need to understand what the ozone layer is and why it's so crucial. So, what exactly is the ozone layer? Great question. Picture this, a blanket of gas that envelops the Earth, protecting it from solar UV radiation. That, my friends, is the ozone layer. The ozone layer is composed of a type of oxygen molecule known as ozone, hence the name. This molecule is a bit of an overachiever as it's made up of not 2 but 3 oxygen atoms. Now don't mistake this for the oxygen we breathe, which only has 2 atoms. This third atom is what makes ozone so special. The ozone layer exists mostly in the stratosphere, a layer of Earth's atmosphere that's about 10 to 50 kilometers above the Earth's surface. But why so high, you ask? Well, that's because ozone is formed when UV radiation from the sun splits an oxygen molecule into 2 separate oxygen atoms. Each of these atoms can then combine with another oxygen molecule to form ozone. So naturally, where there's more sunlight, there's more ozone. Now let's talk about why the ozone layer is so crucial. The ozone layer is like Earth's sunglasses, absorbing about 98% of the harmful UV radiation from the sun. Without it, we would be exposed to UVB rays, which can cause skin cancer and cataracts, harm the immune system, and disrupt the delicate balance of marine ecosystems by affecting the phytoplankton that form the foundation of the food chain. But it's not just about us humans. A healthy ozone layer is essential for the survival of all life on Earth. It ensures the balance of the ecosystem and the survival of species. The science of the ozone layer is fascinating, isn't it? It's a perfect example of how even the tiniest molecules can make a world of difference when they work together. Now that we know what the ozone layer is and its role, let's delve into the consequences of a hole in the ozone layer. So, a hole in the ozone layer sounds bad, right? Well, it's more than just bad. It's a concern that's global in scope, and its roots trace back to none other than our very own human activities. Let's take a step back and talk about what causes this hole in the first place. It's a complex interplay of chemical reactions, but at the heart of it are substances called chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs. Once widely used in everything from air conditioners to aerosol cans, these CFCs slowly make their way up into the stratosphere. There, they are broken apart by solar radiation, releasing chlorine atoms. These atoms then participate in reactions that destroy ozone molecules, contributing to the formation of the infamous ozone hole. But why should we be concerned? Well, the ozone layer acts like Earth's sunscreen, absorbing and scattering the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. Without it, this radiation can reach the surface, leading to a host of problems. It can cause skin cancer and cataracts in humans, damage crops and other plants, and disrupt aquatic ecosystems by harming phytoplankton, the base of the ocean food chain. The effects are not just limited to the environment. Economically, the damage to crops and fisheries can lead to losses in the billions, and the health costs associated with increased rates of skin cancer and cataracts can also be substantial. But human activities are not just the cause of the problem, they can also be part of the solution. We've taken steps to phase out the use of CFCs through international agreements like the Montreal Protocol. And while the ozone layer is still healing, we're seeing signs that these efforts are working. So yes, a hole in the ozone layer sounds bad, and it is, but it's more than just a hole in our atmosphere. It's a symbol of how our actions can have far-reaching effects on our planet. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are ways we can help to repair the ozone layer. Yes, you heard it right, the ozone layer can heal. This might seem like a bold claim given the gravity of the situation we've been discussing. However, it's a scientific fact that the ozone layer has the ability to recover, and it's largely due to a global effort to cut down on the production of ozone-depleting substances. Let's delve into the healing process of the ozone layer. It happens naturally and is triggered when the sun's rays split oxygen molecules into individual atoms. These atoms then combine with other oxygen molecules to form ozone. This natural cycle of creation and destruction maintains a balance in the ozone layer. However, human activities disrupted this balance by introducing substances like chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs, which destroy ozone at a faster rate than it can be replenished. This is where the Montreal Protocol comes into play. The Montreal Protocol, signed in 1987, is a global agreement to phase out the production of numerous substances that are responsible for ozone depletion. And the results? They've been promising. According to the United Nations, the ozone layer is healing and is expected to return to pre-1980 levels by around the middle of this century. This is due to the significant reduction in the atmospheric concentration of ozone-depleting substances following the implementation of the Montreal Protocol. The healing ozone is a testament to the power of collective action. It shows us that it is possible to reverse the damage we've inflicted on our planet. However, this doesn't mean we can rest easy. The healing process is slow and delicate, and it's crucial that we continue to uphold the measures put in place by the Montreal Protocol. So while a hole in the ozone layer could have disastrous consequences, there is hope for the future. Now, you might be wondering, what can I do to help? The first step is to understand that our daily habits, no matter how tiny they seem, have a profound impact on the health of our ozone layer. Let's start with something as simple as our choice of household cleaning products. Many of these are chock full of chemicals that, when released into the atmosphere, contribute to ozone depletion. By switching to eco-friendly alternatives, we can significantly reduce this impact. Next, let's talk about air conditioning and refrigeration. Older models of these appliances often use hydrochlorofluorocarbons or HCFCs, which are notorious ozone-depleting substances. If you're in the market for a new air conditioner or refrigerator, look for ones that are labeled HCFC-free. Not only will you be doing the ozone layer a favor, but you'll also likely save on energy costs in the long run. Our cars too play a significant role. The exhaust fumes from vehicles contain nitrogen oxides, which, when combined with sunlight, can lead to the formation of ozone at ground level. This bad ozone contributes to air pollution and can harm our health. So consider carpooling, using public transport, or even cycling to work. It's not just good for your wallet and your health, but also for our ozone layer. And finally, let's not forget about policy. Governments around the world have the power to enact laws and regulations that can significantly curb ozone-depleting practices. By voting for and supporting politicians and policies that prioritize environmental protection, we can help ensure the longevity of our ozone layer. These actions might seem small in the grand scheme of things, but remember, when millions of people make small changes, the cumulative effect can be monumental. We all share this planet and its ozone layer. It's in our best interest to ensure its preservation. Remember, every action counts when it comes to protecting our precious ozone layer. So, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started by unraveling the ozone enigma, understanding that it's a protective layer in our Earth's stratosphere, absorbing most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiations. Then we delved into the alarming issue of the ozone hole, a global concern with dire consequences ranging from skin cancer to negative impacts on ecosystems. Against this backdrop, we explored the healing process of the ozone layer, a testament to the resilience of nature and the significant strides made since the implementation of the Montreal Protocol. Lastly, we emphasized our individual roles in ozone preservation. Simple actions like reducing the use of products releasing harmful chemicals into the atmosphere or advocating for policies that protect the ozone layer can make a significant difference. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand the ozone layer. Remember, protecting our planet is a shared responsibility. We all have a role to play.